Reboot. Trying to install WSL 2. Control Shift Enter. So PowerShell opens as administrator. And so, well, first off, why am I opening administrator in System32? Who's the genius that came up with that idea? Um, I don't know what to do with my cursor today. I really don't know why it keeps doing that. Uh, so I had installed it this way though, with that line. And this is, you know, this command wasn't here before. So I don't know how this is going to go. I had some trouble messing with this. Well, let's see. The first thing you need to do is check your build. It has to be a certain build, but I saw different Microsoft pages saying different things, so I don't know. This is the one I saw the most often, though. And then you can check that by just doing a WinVer. And see, mine's 19043 and it needs 41. So that's cool. And then the next thing to do, Control Shift Escape to open the task manager, go to performances. Make sure the CPU is clicked. And then down here, you need to make sure that virtualization is enabled. If it's not, you need to go in your BIOS and turn virtualization on. I want to say it's called like maybe SVM inside an Intel architecture, but I don't know if it's still like that. And AMD is going to say like some kind of Intel virtualization or something like that. So you might have to research, I guess, that. But mine it was already installed or enabled on my BIOS, so I didn't have to mess with that stuff. And then this right here has to be done. This line. And then after that, it requires a reboot. So I went ahead and did that before the video. And then I downloaded this after I rebooted the machine and installed it. It just went so fast. It did it in like a couple seconds. And so that's where I'm at right now. So I think the next thing I need to do is maybe do a WSL update and see if there's any updates. Because it's been so long since I installed that, since I got this machine, I guess. So now I need to shut it down. So it did. It didn't tell me what it upgraded it from though. So what this command is going to do is shut down all running WSL distros that are running and turn the virtual machine utility, whatever it's called. It's like virtual machine lightweight something, I think. And so now I should be able to do like a WSL minus L minus V maybe. And it'll show the ones that I have running and then they're all set to 1. Or all the ones I have installed. And they're all version 1. And then you can do like a WSL minus L minus O to see all the things that are online for you to be able to install real quick. Yeah, you can go to the Microsoft Store and you can install your own distros or invent your own and install it or whatever. But these are the ones that are just really easy to grab. I want to say you just go like this, WSL minus minus. Oh, it says it right there, never mind. And then I would say like Debian. It actually said it right here, so. So after you shut down, and then like right here, you see my Debian's stopped and set to 1. So I should be able to do a WSL minus minus set version Debian 2. That didn't take very long. I want to say it did not work for sure. Yeah, it didn't. Like, as far as I can tell, I did everything I'm supposed to do. The only other thing I can think of is maybe do like, I think my default version. How do I see that? WSL minus L minus V. Will that show me what I'm thinking of? That's what I just did. WSL status maybe. For whatever reason, it doesn't understand that I've already done all these things. Um, and so I'd like to check this to make sure I'm correct. I want to say I can go to the control panel maybe. And then they have the, what's it called now? Let me just rename this stuff. Programs and features. And then if you come over here to this dude, then I want to say there should be a virtual machine one in here. So the virtual machine platform is on. Like I already made sure this it was enabled inside there in the task manager. And so that's enabled. That means that the BIOS is installed. So these two are done. And then this guy right here. I want to say I definitely installed this one. So like it's even telling me that. I'm gonna try to run that again because this is annoying. Yep. So that's for sure done. There was one other thing I'm gonna try. Stuff is weird, but I should have done this first maybe before I did all those other commands. Uh, what's it gonna be? Default. Just search the page for default and Control S. Yeah, set default version. So let's do like WSL. Oh, before I do that, I guess we can see this maybe. WSL is it status? You can see the default versions too. Like status command again. See that it's one now. Let me just run the Debian one maybe. I don't know. Like now, if I do this like status again, you'll just see it's running, I guess, or the other one. Right, and so now that's running. Let me exit out of here. Notice even though that I exit out of there, it's still actually running. So I'm gonna do that WSL minus my shutdown again. And then make sure it's off now. And just make sure there's nothing else. There's not a like, normal Microsoft updates. Like a normal update can update 20 times, even though you updated it once already. Kind of interesting. Who cares, right? I'm not asking you to automatically update my stuff. I'm asking you to update it when I tell it to. And so I want to say like the status now, or the WSL minus L. Can I do them like that? No. Minus L minus V. Even though it's not showing anything running, it doesn't mean nothing is. So I'm just going to shut this down one more time since I ran that update again, even though I don't think it updated anything. And then do the WSL minus minus. It's not the ones I want, right? They all go away. Control S, and then let's search for default one more time. Jeez, what am I doing here? S. Why are you trying to highlight stuff? Get other default somewhere. Why am I missing it? This sets the default version. But, I did have it up here though, right? That version Debian 2. That's what I need to search for, I guess. Set version, not default. Okay, that's why I couldn't find it. WSL set version Debian 2. Yeah, that definitely doesn't look like it does anything. So I think I have no choice but to uninstall everything. It's just I actually have stuff in here that I want to back up, I guess. Hmm. Okay. So maybe I was thinking I had to stop the video, but as annoying as it might be, uh, we can tar these things up. So I don't care about the Kali Linux at all. I had just installed that one recently, or when trying to mess with some other stuff. So I want to say I'll probably go to like not be in junk anymore because I have a better place to put these. Definitely want to back up these guys. So export Ubuntu to WSL ubu backup.tar. And like I don't know how long this takes. I don't know how big those files will be either. Uh, act like it's all lightweight and stuff, but it's taking a while. And I haven't used PowerShell for so long. Like I haven't really been in a Microsoft corporate environment for a while, and let's say I usually use PowerShell up there because I'm usually on a Linux box. Even though I've made all these videos on Windows boxes, I just don't have a Linux box laying around at the moment. I have a FreeBSD server. I just don't want to install a bunch of trash on there, and that's why I don't make videos on there. And it's possible my Ubuntu one is larger than my Debian one, so at least that one should be shorter to do. I guess when that's running, stop doing that maybe. There's like you can like mount stuff. There's like a document towards the bottom of this page has a bunch of different mount commands you can use. I guess if you're in trying to run WSL from a 32-bit process, you have to run it this way because WSL is 64-bit, and then inside, like right now I'm in PowerShell running these commands, but if I'm inside an actual Linux distro, if I want to run WSL commands, I can, but you have to put a .exe, and then it just works like this. Like, it seems the stuff's the same. This is how I'm gonna have to get rid of these. So after the stuff that ever gets done backing up, then I'll unregister it, and it's gonna delete all that stuff. And this is how I'll import it back, maybe if it works. Like, like it's not even doesn't even know it can work or whatever, I guess. And I don't actually know how to like how to uninstall WSL though. I mean, for what I can tell, they've done everything that is supposed to be done. So I want to install the whole world inside that Ubuntu one. Like I've been using the Debian one more lately, but for a while that's I was using the Ubuntu one. Is there anything? I guess this is how you shut down individual ones rather than the virtual machine and everything and all the other ones. And if you just want to like run WSL and then jump straight into a certain user, you can do it like that. Well, this will be your default one. This is how you do it. Like if I had Arch or something installed, which I guess I could get rid of that because it doesn't like the Arch one's still supported. Unless there's a new one I didn't see, but I'll just use Debian on here. I normally use Arch if I have a Linux box, so I had installed Debian on there. It's because I like it better than Ubuntu. And I originally installed Ubuntu because it was, some Microsoft crap, WSL. And I didn't know. Like I figured that if any of the ones were gonna work, then Ubuntu would probably work the best. And it worked. It works good. Uh, if you're inside WSL, see, I just don't know if I'm inside, like while that's backing up, if I can run other PowerShell stuff, let's say. So if I was inside WSL, well, like I'm inside PowerShell right now, right? And then I want to run a command inside Linux. And let's say it was like ls pipe grep. Actually, before I do that, by cd c/junk, and then I can say like ls, oops, WSL ls Sorry, I'm thinking too many things. WSL ls, then it runs WSL from there, right? There's nothing in there that I care about, so who cares? Okay, so WSL ls. But if I was like WSL ls and I want a pipe grep, let's say trash, then it's going to error out. So you have to say WSL minus minus, and that stops it from spawning. No, I'm sorry, that makes it spawn the shell, like a bash or whatever, Z shell, whatever you're running in there. And then you can say uh, ls, and then you back tick the pipe, and then you can grab trash. And so that makes it spawn the process so it can run the pipes or spawn the shell, I guess you could say. And that's why I paused because I saw this actually got done backing up, and I should have stopped talking and exported the other one. WSL deb backup tar. I don't know if there's anything in here I actually really care about, but I was doing quite a bit of stuff, so I probably shouldn't even be doing this because I know I'm going to lose stuff if it messes up and I can't import these guys back in. But maybe I'll give me a lesson on recovering stuff out of there and also teach me to back up. Yeah, so those are way different sizes. So actually, I was gonna go in there, but like I don't know in PowerShell how to change this to megabytes, let's say. So if I inside here and I say ls, that doesn't work. But from what I was just doing a second ago, maybe I could say like WSL ls minus ALH, and we can see that the Ubuntu backup is 20 gigs. Oh, there's where some of my hard drive space from Windows is, huh? And the Debian's 2 gigs, so that means definitely I have quite a bit of stuff in there. Like, I don't even think I installed too many programs. So that's like actual like 20 gigs, like probably at least. If this one's 2 gigs, then Ubuntu is not much bigger than that by default. Probably I wouldn't think we could double it to 4 gigs maybe. So who knows how much data I'm actually going to lose by uninstalling that stuff. But since I don't know what's in there, how important can it be? I don't know. I know a lot of data recovery stuff, so I probably can still get my trash out of there. So I guess I won't worry about it. Uh, the other thing I have to do is now going to be how do I uninstall WSL? You know what? I might have a command in here. I just don't know what it's called. Let's just unregistering one of these guys. No, if ever knew. Any troubleshooting stuff. I'm probably gonna have to go search this one. Pick the new way. I think it's gonna be so much easier. Really, I need to uninstall WSL 1 also. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Yeah, this is why I'm like stop using WSL1, especially the permissions. Yeah, so that looks promising. I think I actually use a stupid Microsoft store to install Ubuntu, maybe. I know, I think I use the other one for Debian, but I was hoping I wouldn't have to turn off all this stuff. Then I'd have to reboot. God. Watch this video times 4 or something. I don't even know how to use the Microsoft Store, really. Maybe. Do I go on here to uninstall this? They made it sound like. But I did not use a store to do that. I used the command. Say this one I definitely installed in the store. The rest of them I didn't. But if they're in here, then maybe that's the Microsoft Store. Oh, this guy recommended to do it the other way. Maybe they're the same thing. I'm not gonna turn this off. Windows Subsystem for Linux update? Like, I don't know. Uh, is that different than this one? This seems stupid. Like, yeah, misspelled M's. Is that what happened? What's this different? I wonder. Back over there and see what he actually called it. Felt like the thing that I just installed. Like, I don't know. He's not actually telling me how to get rid of this thing, did he? Let's see. That's one thing I could do though, especially since the Kali Linux doesn't even matter. Is just see if this is going to work. What he's saying. So get out of here before I get confused because that's not administrator. So let's WSL unregister. Two dashes. Double dash. Double tag. Right. And then did I set the default version back? The WSL status, how I check that out? So it's still one. Set default one word. It was. But that's just for this. Better. This could be with something else. Uh, said, oh, this one's actually two different words. But sometimes they use it as one word. That I want to remove the stupid WSL program itself now. this was going to help me, but it doesn't. Unless I come in here and do these things. How do I get rid of WSL? I don't need to turn this off for sure, right? Yeah. Makes this whole video a waste. This stuff's definitely not going to work, but I did back that stuff up. I mean, that's worth knowing. So maybe I hate editing videos though. So I think I'm just going to take this stuff off right now, maybe. And then I'll just make another video, like put 2 videos up. Definitely have a reboot after this trash. Oh, Robert.